Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, or welcome back if you've been here before. My name is Liz and this is Let's Get Lizical, where we do everything card making, and today is my last video for Christmas in July, although not my last video for Christmas in July, because next week will be our new Christmas launch, so we'll definitely have some more videos for that coming at you starting on the 17th, which I'm super excited about. The video today is kind of like it's a video I had scheduled, but it's also part of a hop with Scrap and Stamp here in Canada, and we'll be giving away 4 $25 gift cards. So if you want to head on over to my Instagram, you can check out the details there and, check out what everybody else on the hop is doing. And that will go live at 6 p.m. Eastern on July 11th today. So yeah, just make sure you head on over to my Instagram and check it out. Leave a comment on the picture and then hop along to the next person and give them a comment like as well for another chance. Anyway, so today we're working with some simple squares. I'm doing a slimline card. Well, I'm doing 2 slimline cards. Both of them I just cut about a 3/8 of an inch strip of foiled cardstock and 3 2-inch squares, and depending on the layout is what colors I did. Again, I don't like to do the same card over and over again. I like to do one-off cards, but I will do the same layout and then do it in different colors or images just so they're not the same. So know if you get a card from me, it is a one-off. There won't be another one like it unless, of course, somebody decides to, copy that card or whatever from the photos and videos that I share, which is fine. But I do encourage you to do your own versions of this. So I wouldn't exactly maybe do it 100% like this, but, change it up a little bit. Just so you're not 100% copying. But I'm here for your inspiration. Anyway, I got these stamped images. They're from Sweet November Stamps. And I got them at Scrap and Stamp at the Scrap Fest in Kitchener that I went to in April. And I just decided that I was going to do one card with a mixture of 3 of the images. So I have Santa, Mrs. Claus, and a reindeer. And then on the blue version, I wanted to do just 3 of the same image. So I'm going to do 3 snowmen. And I'm going to color them a little bit differently for each one. Well, 2 of them are the same, one of them is a little bit different. So on the lighter blue square, I tried to use more of the darker blue colors. So his hat is going to be the darker blue and, the majority of the stripes in the scarf. And then on the darker blue squares, I'm doing the opposite, where I have a lighter blue hat with the darker blue trims. And then the scarf again is opposite, so that it tries to use more of the opposite color. And then I stamped out 4 of these just in case. I probably should have colored them all the same. And I colored the 4th one a little bit differently, so I did it in my standard colors just to show you guys, like, normally how I would color the snowman. Like, I would give it, like, a black hat and then red and green scarf for, like, more of a Christmassy theme. This one that I'm doing now is kind of more of a winter-themed card, I guess. It's still Christmassy, but with the blues, I always like to do a traditional Christmas red and green option, and then I like to do a blue option for more of a winter feel to it, as opposed to it being like full-on traditional Christmas. And that's what I'm doing here. I spent most of my time coloring for these just because there are so many images to do. And then one of the snowmen actually got messed up when I went to restamp them, so I ended up coloring another one again, which is why I said I should have just colored all 4 of them in the blues, but then I probably wouldn't know which one messed up, so I could have left one of them blank and then gone back and done it after, but here I am working on the more traditional colored Christmas snowman. And then I'm going to work on the other one. So while I'm coloring, I'm just going to play some music for you guys. And if you feel like you can, like, just fast forward through this if you're not into the coloring portion, but I know a lot of you are. I did speed this portion up to 5 times just because it was becoming really long. Like, it was 10 minutes of coloring, which is a lot of time. I think I narrowed it down to like 5.5 or something like that. It did take me quite a bit of time to color these. Again, just because there was a lot of images, not because they're difficult to color or anything. But anyway, I'm just gonna stop rambling and play some music, and I'll be back once that's done. Okay, so that's all done. We're gonna restamp our images as usual. These ones turned out great. I love the color and just the brightness, and these will look great on the squares that we picked out. I do kind of go back and forth between green on the outside, red on the inside, and vice versa. I end up putting Santa and Mrs. Claus on the green just because they were already the red. They look good on the darker red anyway, but I thought that the green would look a little bit better. I did mess up gluing it, so I end up cutting that out. And I also cut these on my Scan and Cut, so there's a little bit of a choppy editing here, but this is the two options that I was trying to decide between. So because again, because Santa and Mrs. Claus are already a lot of red, I was really kind of conflicted on whether I should go with the green or not, because they do look good on the darker red too. I ended up going with the green just for a little bit more contrast and color. And then I cut to working on this because I messed up the first card. There's a few times I messed up on this card, but that's okay. It was just paper, so I didn't mind starting over. It's quick and simple enough to do, and at least I didn't glue the images to the card. It was just the squares. It was just a little crooked, and I was trying to take it off, but the cardstock kind of got like rippled and then ripped, obviously, so I ended up just starting that over. So what I'm going to do is I'm laying out the silver foil strip for this card anyway, gold foil on the other one, in the middle of the card. And then I'm just going to evenly place the squares. So the lighter blue one will go in the middle, and then the darker blue ones will go between that and the edge of the card. For me, I do like to do it exactly. You can eyeball it, but I'm a little bit anal when it comes to spacing and stuff sometimes. So I'm trying to like make sure I do it correctly. And again, on the first card that I did with the red and green, the spacing wasn't 100% right because math is, I'm usually pretty good at it, but this time it was just like not working out for me, especially when I'm working with smaller measurements like these. But again, you can eyeball it, not a problem. Like a millimeter or two off is not going to kill anybody. And then once that's done, I'm just going to glue the images directly on to the squares. I was debating on adding more foam tape, but I think there was enough on the card, so I just left it as is. So you'll see the different colorations of the snowman. They're very slight just because I used the exact same blues. I just kind of like switched up where they were at. So for the hats on the darker one, they're lighter, and the hat on the lighter one is darker. And then again, the scarf stripes are a little bit different just to add a little bit more contrast. I didn't want him to get lost in the image. And then for the sentiment, I am pulling in a Mama Elephant set. I think it's called Holiday Messages. And it's just like a bunch of cute, tiny little sentiments. And I'm going to use one of my favorite inks to use from Lawn Fawn. There's this Blue Jay ink, which matches this blue cardstock fairly well. And then I have another one, the Forget Me Not blue, I use quite a bit, which actually matches the blue in the center of this card. But I wanted to do it in the contrasting colors that I used on the outside, just so that it didn't get kind of like lost underneath. So you'll see here on this one, to make sure that everything laid flat and was where I needed it, I temporarily used a lightweight adhesive tape on the card to tape it to my surface. I laid out all my squares. I cut that out so you guys didn't have to watch it. And then I'm going to put my images on, and then I'm going to very carefully take this tape out. It was actually really helpful for me to tape the card down because it wasn't moving while I was working on it. And then again, I'm going to add another sentiment from the Mama Elephant set on this one. And I'm going to stamp it in the Noble Fur, which again is one of my favorite inks for Christmas. Their chili pepper is the best red for Christmas cards. And the Noble Fur is great for the green. But other than that, I'm just going to add some like white highlights to it. Off screen, I end up using a little bit of glossy accents on this card. On, I think it was Santa's nose, Rudolph's nose, Mrs. Claus's glasses, and I might have added it somewhere else. I don't really remember. You probably can't see it in the photos either, but yeah, I just added just a little bit of shine here and there. I might have added it to the belt buckle as well, which I forgot to color, so I end up pulling out my gold gel pen here in a second, I think, because I realized I forgot to color it. But that's pretty much our cards for today, guys. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and comment down below and let me know your thoughts. If you're interested in the giveaway, please head on over to my Instagram. Again, I'll have a little blurb under the photo with the red and green Santas, because that will be my image for this specific hop. I will add both of these images as well to my main page for this video in particular, but we'll use the snowman one as the main image. And this is just a bonus video today for the hop, but also the hop was a bonus for me, you know. So it worked out. But yeah, if you're in Canada, order your stuff at Scrap and Stamp. They have a very wide range of things. They have quite a bit of the Sweet November stamps if you're into those. I love their images. They're super cute. I don't have a ton of them, but definitely interested in getting more. I do also have a couple of their digital stamps, which are great, but we can get into that later. But anyway, thanks so much for joining me for today, guys, and stay tuned next week for the upcoming launch videos. So until then, thanks. Bye.